Hi golfers, Nick here from Nick Taylor Golf. It's Friday, so welcome to another lesson on golf tips. This week on golf tips, we're going to discuss the exit in the follow through for the hands and the golf club in the stack and tilt golf swing. You may have seen previous videos talking about the setup, the backswing and the downswing for the stack and tilt golf swing. So if you've not seen that, please check them out. I'll put the link in the description below. So we're going to talk about the follow through, and if you've seen my video recently talking about the grid, you'll notice how the hands and the club move inwards in the backswing, and then after low point the hands and the club will move inwards in the follow through. So the hands and the club don't go back in a straight line down the target line, you swing on an arc. That's due to the angle of the golf club. So one of the key positions I think in the stack and tilt golf swing, and a lot of the best golfers in the world, is when they swing through just after impact, you'll notice how the club and the hands will be moving to the left. I see so many golfers day in day out on the range trying to swing down the target line. You do get the odd golfer that does that, but in terms of consistency and to sort of square the swing path out, we don't want to be trying to swing down the target line or out to the right. And even to hit a draw shot, you should still have the club and the hands moving to the left after low point. We talked about how important it is to remain centered in the golf swing in previous videos, and I talked about the center of the swing being the left shoulder. And once the club gets to the left shoulder and the hands, they should start moving to the left. So we're going to check the position of where the hands exit in the follow through, and also we're going to talk about how important it is to remain in the same inclination to the ground. I've talked about the tilt in other videos, so I'll link that below as well. But in the follow through, you'll notice how my head stays roughly in the same position. It does tilt, so I look towards where I'm going, but my head stays in the same position relative to where I was at dress, so I'm maintaining my inclination. I see a lot of golfers, they go through almost standing up too quickly, and then the shoulders are almost level to the ground. When the hands exit in the follow through, so by the time the hands exit here, your head should still be in the same position, so your body's in the same inclination to the ground. Don't want to be seeing the head lifting up like this. But it should look a little bit like that. So as I'm looking down the range, I'm looking on a tilted angle, my head's on a tilted angle, I'm not standing upright on the finish. Sort of the analogy we use is sort of trying to keep the head against the wall, and that is in the backswing and in the follow through. Now talking about where the hands and the club exit, in the backswing we talked about the left arm being across the shoulder plane. As we swing down and through, we roughly want the same, so the hands and the club sort of exit sort of on the left shoulder or just below the left shoulder. A good checkpoint is the first position you see the hands in the follow through. And I see too many golfers swinging down the target line and their hands are sort of closer to the head in the finish, and that's going to make it difficult to have any consistency with the path of the golf swing. Like I said, to draw the golf ball, you don't have to swing out to the right, and you shouldn't expect a divot going to the right after you've hit the golf ball. The divot should be going slightly to the left, if anything, or it's pretty straight, because as you hit this golf ball, once the club gets to your left shoulder, it's going to then start moving to the left. So you can still draw the golf ball even with a divot which points to the left, because you've hit the golf ball, then you've taken the divot. So the club will start to change direction just after low point. So I'm going to hit a shot here and sort of highlight the position of where my hands exit and the club exits in the follow through. Okay, so I've kept my inclination to the ground, my hands and the club have exited to the left, and that ball flight was a draw. Okay, so that ball didn't cut, it drew. Push draw started just right and drew back. So even though I swung to the left after low point, the golf ball still drew because my path was still slightly from the inside as I hit the golf ball. So if you're struggling with either the body lifting up, so you're losing your inclination to the ground, or you're struggling with the follow through and sort of swinging out here, you probably want to feel the hands going as low as possible. Feel like the hands are exiting below the shoulder. And I would suggest hitting golf shots where you swing through to here, and a couple of checkpoints will be the head in the same inclination to the ground against the wall, and the hands exiting below the left shoulder. So that's a very key position in the stack and tilt golf swing, and you'll notice it in a lot of the best golfers in the world. So golfers, if you've got any comments on that, please post them in the box below, or you can catch them on other social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram and Twitter.